Finding a new job is stressful. But with Indeed, it doesn't have to be. Just fill out your Indeed profile with your skills, experience, and desired salary. The more you fill out, the better your matches will be. And hearing from hiring managers will be 2 times more likely. Relax. That's your Indeed profile sending opportunities your way. Indeed, the world can work better.
The new McCrispy Strip is here. Dip approved by ketchup, tangy barbecue, honey mustard, Sprite, McFlurry, Big Mac sauce, double dipped in buffalo and ranch, more ranch, and creamy chili McCrispy Strip Dip. Now at McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's this time of the week that we like to say, Welcome to Eejits of the World!
Glenn Wool and you.
Andrew Maxwell.
And us.
And us.
And we.
And the Eejits.
And them.
And the world.
All of it.
All of it. All the stupid parts. All the silliness. Thanks for doing it.
Yeah.
We sure appreciate you.
Yeah. You did good this week, too.
Oh, yeah. You just bring in we've got another hamper of clowns for us.
Your numbers are swelling.
Oh. It's almost as if we're coming in the springtime of tomfoolery.
Oh, good.
Oh, yeah.
People have been stuck in their cabins.
Yes.
They're making mistakes. Being in public's hard.
Mm-hmm. Well, welcome. Soon the dipshits will be in full bloom. All right, let's do this, shall we?
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this week on Eejits of the World we have...
The Eejits of Cyber Flatulence.
We also have the Eejits of Road Cookin.
Topped off with culinary tales of a drummer.
Let us begin. Well, let me ask you a question, Mr. Glenn.
Yeah?
Do you have a story for me?
Yes, I do, Andrew. And this one comes from Wales. And it is sort of a Welsh story and a Welsh by nature, Welsh by name, Rhiannon Evans. She recorded herself breaking wind, which is, we all do that.
Yeah.
But she sent it to her new boyfriend's ex-girlfriend.
So she's recording farts. On video.
And she's been charged with cyberbullying I didn't even know it's illegal to send a picture of a recording of yourself farting, but it was seen as you're intimidating this woman.
Yes, but she did it. It wasn't just once, though.
She did it 3 times, and she started on December 22nd. So I could see the point of whoever's getting these is like, well, look, it's December 22nd. There is every chance she is about to introduce Brussels sprouts into her diet, and these calls will only increase in frequency after the sprout takes full effect on her.
Yes.
There'll be many late night, early morning.
So she's farting and sending them her boyfriend's ex's just videos of her farting.
Yeah.
Over the Christmas period.
Yeah.
And she was warned by the police. The Welsh police went around and, warned her. But it literally didn't break her stride. She just kept going, dude.
I know. She wouldn't stop. She was a prisoner of her conscience. She had to keep going.
He's saying, and now she spent the last 4 years in the Ecuadorian embassy.
And the Ecuadorian ambassador is not happy about that.
No, they have a lot of beans in their culture.
Yeah. We'll crack a window or something. Put her in a high-ceilinged one.
That's what I said. She's been sentenced. She's been sentenced to a 12-month community order and a fine. So she has to do community service, hopefully outside. Hopefully.
Well, you couldn't have put her in prison because she'd have to have her own cell. cruel and unusual punishment.
If she was sentenced to 15 rehabilitation sessions plus 60 days alcohol abstinence, that's basically she's been sentenced to a double dry January. A double dry January, the ultimate punishment for anybody in Wales. No alcohol until the spring.
Well, I just want to know what this therapy session's like. Are there 15 of them sitting in a circle? No, I can see that look on you. No.
Can I just say, I have incredible pressure in my molar now.
It would help if we could stand. Because I feel like they're easier to get. It would help if you didn't force them out, Warren. That's what would help.
I don't. It's just an enormous amount of cheese on toast. And it just happens.
Live a little.
All right, but just don't record it this time. Look, why can't you live like Gilbert? He's slowly working his way out of this problem. He's just doing watercolours of his farts now. He is still drying them, rolling them up and sending them to people. But it's a slower, less invasive process.
You gotta unroll it. You can't.
It's a 15-step program. Slowly you're just calling people up. I farted. You know this is still illegal, Steve. But I'm told it's now just a misdemeanor.
Well, just the fact they were in a courthouse at all. Like, the trial of the century. Just, he's sitting there, and she keeps huffing silent ones out, and they have to keep stopping, like, Rhiannon, please. No, it's really not me. You are on trial for breaking wind, madame. Who else? I'm trying to get the stenographer. Like, well, it's not me. The lawyers are rising. Your Honor, I would like to cite the precedents. Whoever smelt it, dealt it. A Southern country lawyer on the other side going, Your Honor, please, people of the jury, just look inside your heart and know whoever denied it supplied it.
Well, I may not be a big city slicking fodder. I might just be a country mouse trumpeter. But it's clear to me to see, as plain as day, that this is in a breach of all this young lady's human rights. Some people like to express themselves through the mouth. Some people like to express themselves through the poo mouth, which, Your Honor, is the scientific term for the anus.
It's a freedom of speech trial, if it's anything.
It's a freedom of thought trial.
Would you say somebody's not allowed to talk unless they had really nice, fresh, minty breath? No. It's freedom of speech. It's freedom of expression. And just because it makes a smell, that ain't no reason you're not allowed to do it, Your Honor. And I'd like to say she has filtered it through technology, where the only thing you hear is the funny sound.
Exactly. As you can see, my client cocked her leg in an attempt to minimize the vibrational quality. Farted. Somebody angrily farting at you.
Yeah, and then just when the judge is doing their passing the sentence down, just getting as many out as you can before they crack the whip on you. All right.
Right. The only punishment is to force you to live inside a balloon. Only then you will truly understand the severity of your crime. You will even say the giant balloon. So stupid. This story went all over the world. And think of all the big shit that's happening on the planet, but this is what the media care about. There's every single news item, every broadsheet that covered this story, every of the most august media organisations in the English-speaking world that covered the story, and that was every single one of them. Every single one of them used the expression, but when the police caught wind of her.
Yeah.
Every single one of them was like, very good. That is 40,000 a term education.
Yeah. This is the two hacks arguing over the provenance of the bit.
I think you find I was the first one to say it caught wind. Yeah. Well, there you go.
And then she got charged. There was a £300 court costs, but then there was £100 victim support. She had to give the lady $100 for farting in her phone.
She went 5 times in total, so it's like it's £20 a pop.
Yeah, you know what I'd do? I'd give her $120, and as I handed over, let one rip and just go keep the change.
That's because you're a classy guy. You're a classy guy who believes in the legal process.
I have to stuff another one in her top pocket.
That's for you,
I
baby.
think I got another one. And the judge is like, you like 2 years you can't come in contact with her. I'm just like, you could probably make that forever. I don't know what you'd have to say to somebody after 2 years
of the legal system intervening to stop you farting.
I don't know if you remember me. 2 years. Yeah, I remember you.
You might remember me. You might. Will I just show my arsehole to you?
Oh, yeah, I remember you.
My cheeks and my anus used to talk to you online. Madness.
Yeah.
Well, luckily there's no other crime in Wales, so they...
No. She's oddly attractive, too. And I've talked to a few guys about this.
Really?
You see a picture of her. I don't know. It's just something of her, the open-mindedness of her. You know?
She has a certain joie de vivre, does she?
Yeah. I don't think you could upset her. No.
That's it for you. A woman who air shits at strangers is aggressively air shits at strangers. You're like, hello.
Yeah.
I can hear church bells.
She wouldn't be like, I thought you were going to do the dishes when I went up. No, she's just going to go, oh, he didn't do them either.
What a delightful slob you are, my dear. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, let's we're not here to kick people when they're down. You're right. The defendant in this case, at least we can say about her that she's very open-minded.
That's right. Yeah, and she'd have your back.
So ridiculous. Imagine that. That was the thing that tipped over the ozone layer. It wasn't the cows in New Zealand.
I just all I can see in my head is To Kill a Mockingbird. You know, the old rickety ceiling fan in the corner. Please don't sit her underneath that. It's just getting it everywhere.
She's dispelling the evidence. If it pleases the court, I have a jam jar here. Read if you want. We're trying. Gavin. Try and grab as much of this evidence as possible. Look at a couple of rabbits and jam jars I've cleaned out in the office. The police will have to start training special fart dogs.
A lot of burnout in that one. You know, the dog's nose is very sensitive.
Yeah. If the dog sits down, it means you're guilty.
If it rolls over, it means that chili was not right. You shouldn't have had it.
Not right.
You bought some discount beef. You've killed one of our dogs.
There's always a loophole. There's always a loophole.
Yeah.
In our case, a very fatty loophole. Well, yeah. It's a story just has everything. I mean, an over-officious legal system, an incredibly petty individual.
Yeah, I don't know why you'd call the cops.
Or fart at people.
I don't know why you'd do that.
To ward off evil spirits.
I once farted in my lady's face by accident. I'd gone to the corner of the room and I forgot the ceiling there was an oscillating fan. Managed to play a trick shot. Did you remember like her hair blowing back? I was like, oh no.
You're the Ronnie O'Sullivan of rectums.
I didn't help myself either.
I'm going to kiss this off the brown.
I did like this. That's how it's not what you did. It's how you react to it. And I think I almost died laughing. Like I had to sit down and everything.
Oh, you mean sealed the case?
Anyway.
Yeah, well.
We salute you, Rhiannon. Rhiannon Evans.
Right, get out there and, learn from your mistakes. And we thank you for such a novel mistake.
Yeah.
There's few people out there farting at their love rivals. That we know of.
Yeah.
Maybe you're just the first one to have taken it to technology.
Yeah. I hope you give birth to the new generation.
What?
Like this is the start of, like Jack the Ripper was the start of serial killers.
All right.
This is where the fart messaging all started.
This is ground zero.
Soon you're going to be able to get celebrities on Cameo. Yeah. Hi, I'm Nigel Farage.
To prove that I'm not a racist, I had a very big curry last night. So for the next 20 minutes, for £60, I'll say hello, wish you a happy birthday, tell you live in the greatest country on earth, and then fart right in your face. Well. Very good.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
It wasn't mature, but it's the size of who we are.
Yeah.
Now, are you ready for another story, Mr. Glenn?
Yeah, I think so.
Look. We're people's parents.
I didn't see Andrew a lot after that summer. What you got?
Right. Oh, yes. So then, in Australia, I mean, we're already at the races here. That's one of Eejits of the world's favourite locations.
Yeah, caught a lot of good fish in this spot before. Mm-hmm. This is where the big ones are.
Yeah, you better believe it. You're going to catch some good Eejits down there. Oh, yeah.
Remember, there's a limit. There's a limit.
Not in Australia. What happened was, they imported one Eejit to catch all the cane toads. And instead of catching the cane toads,
I didn't realize she was pregnant.
Yeah. So, Australia. So a man has been caught in Australia on police speeding camera or something like that, cooking a steak while driving a car.
Like one of those in the engine, you wrap it in tinfoil and then it's...
On the dashboard. On the dashboard with a frying pan. And one of those, you know, you plug into your lighter, a little electric hot plate.
And did he have a series of circular burns on his chest of differing degrees of healing? How long you been doing this? Oh, it's my first time. Well,
Is it really, Johnny?
yeah. Now I was in the Olympics. That's where I got this branding from.
I represented my country in the high-speed frying. No. And he's fined at $1,033 or I should say 1,033 Australian dollars, which is worth six anything.
Yeah.
Six of anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what was he? What? Like, how fat are the cops in Australia? Like, look, if they pull you over, just make sure you got a little steak on you. It's like, sorry, officer, there seems to be some sort of miscommunication. Would my friend Chuck help change your mind?
Let's just say my criminal behaviour is medium to rare. Would you fine gentlemen from the police force of Queensland care for a bit of meat?
Oh no, if I hadn't slowed down, I very well could have been T-boned at that junction.
If I was to pass you over my passport and there was just a sneaky little minute steak in there.
Sure, you'll find it's all done to order.
Fucking stupid. Surely we can find a way out of this, officers. I'm black, you're blue. If you know what I mean.
Officer, do you happen to notice there's a tomahawk steak just on the ground there? Oh, it's not. Is it yours? It's not mine.
Well, I don't know. What's this delicious resting steak doing on the dashboard of my car? Well, it's where I like to keep my béarnaise sauce. That's why. You can think of a better way of transporting béarnaise sauce across state lines? I'd like to hear it.
Have you like to sit around? The scalloped potatoes are just about finished. Opens the glove box.
What's turf without a bit of surf?
Yeah, like I understand it. I get it. Like, I've been driving before going, I'm hungry and I'm not going to be, like, I have to wait to get home and then I have to eat. I wish there was a way I could be cooking something right now. But nothing is immediate as a steak. Like, you're only ever going to say, like, how long's you cooking the steaks for?
Well, I don't know. Flash, just a flash of heat.
Yeah, so that's not even...
That could be while he was just ambling at the lights.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't make a whole load of sense.
No, because it isn't sense, Mr. Glenn. Are you now for the twist in the story? You ready?
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. 'Twas nothing but bullshit. It went all over the world media, and it turns out it was, in fact, a prank by an Australian influencer called Jackson O'Doherty.
Wow.
Yeah. It turns out he pranked the world. And he's, in fact, a leading influencer in Australia.
Wow.
And I suppose you're wondering what sort of influencer he is. Well, my friend, he's the sort of influencer that has a pink Lamborghini. He's that kind of knob.
Wow. So he still is technically... We haven't been punked by him. He still does deserve to be on a podcast about idiots.
Oh!
Just we didn't know why.
Yeah, exactly.
We just smelled something was wrong about him.
We could sense there's a presence of fool here.
The moron is strong in this one.
Yeah. He's your pink Lamborghini kind of gym rat kind of, you know,
Wow.
knob.
But doesn't the police have to be involved in that on some level? Because it was actual evidence.
I think he faked that.
Yeah, but the police did charge him with that.
I hope so. Like faking evidence, which is probably a much more serious crime than eating a steak on a highway, right?
Well, also, he can say he did whatever he did, but he still had a cooking implement. It's still dangerous driving. Even if you know it's dangerous driving, and even if it's not plugged in, you can't have a cooking implement.
Well, in the picture, he doesn't look like he's steering the car.
No.
And they are very much, the cops really want you to do that part of driving.
Oh, I think we all do, Andrew. I don't just think it's the little blue man with his waggly finger.
Pardon?
The police.
Oh, the police. I thought you were talking...
He's back. You can't see him. No, the little blue man, just there, with the waggly finger.
I can see the blue man, but he's not waggling a finger. You're clearly a maniac.
No, he's not.
Weirdly, he never waggles his finger at me.
Wow. I deserved it.
But I looked into this. It turns out, although it might be in some sort of prank or stunt or something, people do cook on motorways, because here in the UK, where we're recording this at Eejit's headquarters, for obvious reasons. Do you know what I mean? Why import
Ground zero for Eejits.
Why import the raw material when you can just pick it in the fields amongst the hedgerows of fucking Eejits?
Yes, no tariffs required.
No tariffs required. They're once the spring comes, they're just there on the hawthorn.
Yeah,
Anyway.
making moonshine out of them.
I would absolutely distill a fucking English Eejit.
Make a lot of booze out of that.
You sure could. Imagine how pissed you'd get if you could just distill the lad that keeps sticking a firecracker up his arse at every England football game.
The alcohol content of that moonshine would be like, it's 194% alcohol. It's actually got into negative time. He's created a black hole of alcohol.
It's so alcoholic, it's permanently vaporizing. It's a cloud. It's a cloud of booze. He's made a cloud of booze. Have I?
It follows you around like Daedalus.
Anyway, yeah. So the Devon and Cornwall police have bought a truck, a HGV truck, right? But it's now their undercover cop car on the motorway.
Oh.
And it has like full on, like if they want to pull you over, like it's full on, like cop lights turn blue all over it, and it's like being arrested by Megatron. But they got it because they could then be on the same height as commercial vehicles and see what people are doing in the cabins.
Oh yeah, the masturbating.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of speed-related masturbating, I'd imagine, on the high road. There's a thing called, in the world of commercial truck drivers, called diesel dick. Have you heard of that?
The wrestler?
I wish there was a wrestler called Diesel Dick. He just comes into the ring. It's
finishing movie, jumps off the top rope with his heart on, bumps you on the head.
He doesn't come through the normal way. He just plows through the crowd and they move out of his way. Oh yeah, they get out of his way. They get out of Diesel Dick's way pretty damn quick.
Diesel Dick hasn't had a shower in 3 days. Not since Dover.
Not since he finally met and defeated Lot Lizard. His arch rival, stroke companion.
Yeah, shuffles to the ring in some ill-fitting high-heeled shoes.
Go get him! Shut up, honey. I mean, whatever your name is. You're just waiting in Morrison's car park. Don't wait there. Who knows? Who knows?
So, now, Diesel Dick, describe it to me.
What do you mean?
Well, you didn't say. You said
what it
there's
is.
a thing called Diesel Dick, and then I said a wrestler, and then we
what it is it's all the amphetamines you've had to keep awake, plus you're sitting on top of this gently vibrating cabin the whole time.
Yeah.
And you get a hard on. But you're not thinking of anything sexy. You're just erect from the truck has made you erect, if not horny. So they have the cops here now. They have the undercover HGV truck, so they can see in. And when they first released it in 2016, there was an article about it, and some of the things they caught people doing, apart from obviously a bit of Diesel Dick action, no doubt. I don't deny it. It's probably true.
Diesel Dick action.
Diesel Dick action.
His full name when he's in the bank. Yeah. He has to cash his check. Hi, I'm Diesel Dick Action. It really is my name. All I could be is a wrestler after that.
It was originally on my mother's side. It's actually pronounced Athathion. But I'm more ashamed to be half Spanish than I am to be erect in a truck. Stupid. This is genuinely what they've caught people doing. They this is in the first weeks of doing it. So Christ knows how many times since they caught people shaving behind the wheel of the truck. And I looked and I couldn't find out whether it was a wet shave or not. Like just you're 70 miles an hour in a giant behemoth on the motorway. Give yourself a nice Turkish shave.
Or have like 2 Turks just shaving them. Here, take the wheel. Can I just put the little hot towel on his head?
Yeah. Cops pull you over in a second, guys. They're doing that weird ear thing.
What? No, honestly, you have to say it louder. I've still got the thing in my ear.
Mehmet, stop for a second. Yes. And people say Turkish barbers are just fronts for organised crime. Will you tell that to those 2 dudes?
Yeah, they're on their way to Istanbul. They just needed a ride. Paid me with the one skill they had.
Shaven men.
We shaved men all the way to Istanbul.
We have to shave men.
How did we get to Dorset? That's what you may ask yourself. The memory is foggy.
But the shave was smooth. Yeah, shaving people on, shaving yourself while driving a truck. But there was genuine. One of the stories was there was people. It's even more wilder than our friend Jackson O'Doherty's stunt.
Yeah.
This is what the actual cops pulled somebody over. They caught him cooking while driving on a British motorway in an articulated lorry on a gas stove. That's right, Glenn. Naked flames. Cooking on naked flames.
What was he cooking?
I don't know. It didn't say. You'd like to think it was a steak. Because it's the last one you're going to eat for 14 years, buddy.
The souffle was a bad choice.
I
It's really difficult.
I admit it, Your Honor. It's a vexatious dish.
And he just presents one of his creations. I know it probably won't shift you one way or the other, but just taste it, man. Taste it.
Taste my souffle. Before I have to go to prison and taste many men's souffles. I know what that
Welcome to another episode of Prison Cooking with Diesel Dick Action.
Yawn.
Not in here, buddy.
Not on this wing. You might need to go to the other yard with the lads with their trousers up real high. Oh man. What a weird thing to just, as that's your stunt. Ha ha! Prank! I'm a reckless criminal on a high road.
They should still jail him for that.
They should just jail him for his fucking pink Lamborghini.
Yeah, because if you're going to jail for cyber farts, I don't care. I don't care if it was a joke. You should get extra time for wasting our time. You wasted the public's time.
Yeah, exactly. She's our poor friend in Wales is going to be forced to be sober for 2 months in Wales.
Yeah, and that's 7 years in Welsh years.
Christ, I'm starting to find focus on my life. Perspective. I've got energy. I wake up earlier. It's a nightmare. 12 solid
It
hours.
was the worst 3 days of my life.
Just now I'm really starting to think back. Have I ever been sober in Wales? I don't think I have.
I have. It's actually lovely. It's a really nice place.
It's a lovely place.
Yeah.
Can I recommend somewhere to you?
Sure.
Have you ever been to Callian?
I don't know. I
It's
don't know what any of the words spell. Is that the one with 19 C's in it? Yeah, I've been there.
Oh, you mean?
Yeah.
It's near Newport.
Okay.
Up in the hills above the motorway off the M4. It is a former Roman fort. It's a perfect Roman amphitheatre. So
Wow.
it's all sort of in grassy knoll format, but it's there, and there's
It'd be great if it was still just populated by Romans that have just lived there and not gone out from the walls. Generations on, just never mixed.
I'm not eating your food. Well, it's all right when you've had a couple of bevies. Just come out. You shouldn't be scared. We've got gladiators on TV now.
I don't know.
We just get them to fight with, giant earbuds. Nobody dies.
Not interested.
Well, there you go. And that is food and crime.
Dum dum dum. Yum.
Now, yum. Gee whiz. Sounds delish.
This episode is brought to you by Nespresso and Samra Origins by the Weekend Coffee Collection.
Introducing Samra Origins. My collaboration with Nespresso is a connection to my roots, to my mother, Samra. Coffee that hits the right notes. It transports you. Crafted with unique notes and bold, soaring flavors. Experience a taste that moves you. Nespresso and Samra Origins.
Discover more at Nespresso.com.
And our final story. Oh,
yes.
So,
Speaking of food,
yes.
is that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
go ahead.
not doing the podcast, or we're doing.
No,
this
no,
one.
yeah.
It's come to light after years of keeping it to himself. And I'm really bereft of anything else to say now. Ringo Starr has finally admitted that he's never eaten a pizza.
I saw this in the media. And the term that was used in a lot of proper media said that Ringo Starr confirms that he has never eaten pizza. I'm like, what was he in a Senate committee hearing? Who confirms that they've never eaten pizza?
Well, and he said, I don't want to. I don't know what goes in it. Nothing. It goes on top, Ringo. You're talking about a calzone. If that's your concern of I don't know what's in that thing, a pizza is the best option you could possibly take.
He said, I have allergies. Didn't say what it was. You don't know what goes in them. He was on Jimmy Kimmel's show. Jimmy Kimmel asked him, is the rumor true? Yes, John Lennon was a prick. No. Is the rumor true? No, but he really was a monster when he got drunk. And he was drunk all the time. Yeah, he went, yes, I've never eaten a pizza. Or a curry.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I just, at that point, you're like, what? Because he's like, oh, well, I would get instantly sick. And it's like, well, how do you know if you've never had one?
Yes, pizzas, cheese, and some tomato puree. That's exotic. You go, how have you not eaten a pizza? And then you go, oh yes, he's fucking in his mid-80s.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's an Englishman in his mid-80s. Like, just because he's been a billionaire and globally famous for over half a century doesn't stop him being like, oh, I don't eat that foreign muck.
Pepper? No, thank you.
No, thank you. We went to Japan once when in the Beatles, and I was like, you better have shepherd's pie, or I'm turning this plane right around, boys.
I don't know. He might just be so old he can't remember eating a pizza.
No, that's the thing about Ringo. I'm all up there. I haven't in any way mentally diminished. I started off stupid. Just the thing about confirmed he's eating a pizza really cracked me up. Can you, sir, please tell the committee whether you have ever eaten a pizza? No, I can. If you can get out a Bible right now, I will prove it. I've never eaten a pizza. It's only egg and chips for me every day.
See, I read a book on him, or I read some book where they went in a deep dive about him, and I remember it just because the restaurant name struck me as a funny but he used to eat in an Italian restaurant called Pinocchio's in Los Angeles.
Okay, are you lying?
Well, I think it always struck me as funny because he's got such a big nose that he would eat at a place called Pinocchio's. Because it would just be like the undercurrent of anything he said to you. Like, I don't know why, but I just don't trust a word coming out of this guy's mouth.
All our food is freshly made today.
Well, no, just the fact that he was in there. But, yeah.
Well, that's whether he was or not. I don't like pizza. Maybe he likes pasta.
You would have, one time though, you'd just go, what the hell? This was back in LA in the drinking days for him. He would have eaten a pizza.
How? It seems almost like a food that's ridiculous to claim you haven't.
That's a perfect story though.
Yeah. Have you had tap
you've
water?
Never eaten a pizza. Well, what didn't it taste like then? I don't know. The story checks out.
It was like round cheese on toast. It frightened me. It was all so new and different. And it came in a cardboard box. That was unusual. I was expecting some furniture. I got out.
Wrapped in a newspaper like all of my fast food options.
That's right. I grew up in a normal time when you used a bunch of hot food into an old newspaper.
That was the grossest way to eat food.
My food had the horse results backwards from the Liverpool Echo. Like a normal human. Not in a weird cardboard box with a tiny patio table keeping the slices apart.
And for some reason, Danny DeVito as a chef. Every pizza chef looks like a version of Danny DeVito on a pizza box.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. In some way, that is DeVito.
Yeah.
I told him, in my day, I met all the celebrities, but the first time I met Chef Boyardee, I told him, you keep away from me, you devil.
Boyardee.
Yes, Boyardee.
Boyardee.
Body D. You say it and I'll say it back.
Boyardee.
Boyardee.
That's a big alien here.
Go on, I'll try again.
Boyardee.
Boyardee.
There you go.
Okay. Well, now I can mix fluently in Little Italy.
Yeah.
I'll blend in. Nobody'll know. Back in the 60s, all of Hollywood and show business was rife with the mafia. A lot of people were terrified of them muscling in on their action or possibly dragging you out into the desert, never to be seen again. Not me. As I sat there with little Vito, the main guy from the Chicago mob, I was like, Jesus Christ, don't pass me the pizza.
They're going to find out I'm a cop.
I'm not wearing a wire. You can strip me naked, but I refuse to eat that calzone.
Hey, this hitman you sent us, turns out it's not a guy from Chicago. It's Ringo Starr with a cop badge. Ah.
I went deep cover. I was playing three-dimensional chess with the mafia.
Yeah. If I was really Ringo Starr, would I be here? Well, I was.
That's right. I remember as they looked around at each other, it couldn't possibly. We couldn't be outwitted by Ringo Starr, could we?
Being Ringo Starr would be the greatest undercover asset if you actually were Ringo Starr.
That's right. I remember the time I went undercover in the railway industry.
He was a union buster.
That's right. At the time, public transport was rife with corruption. The men at the top were getting fat. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You know his
Anyway,
song,
go on.
Octopus's Garden? Do you know how he wrote that?
How did he write it?
He was snorkeling with Eric Clapton, and yeah.
Ridiculous thing to say.
I know. Oh, no, it was Peter Sellers. Sorry.
Oh, it doesn't get any less weird.
Yeah. In like Jamaica or so, yeah. And they were like, there was an octopus that was taking bottle caps and stuff and putting them in front of his little house.
Oh.
He'd made it like a little thing, and Peter Sellers was like, "Oh, be careful of that. That's the octopus's garden."
Right.
And he surfaced.
And I skedaddled out of there as quickly as possible.
Yeah, breached with a new idea for a song.
Just my nose came out first.
Harpoon immediately hits it.
There's an octopus down there stealing bottle caps. Somebody get the police. Or maybe it's Coast Guard.
Yeah.
But while I was waiting for the authorities to show up, I wrote this cracker. Anyway, here's the twist in this story.
Yeah.
Our new friend of the show, Ringo Starr, yeah?
Yeah.
Mr. I've never eaten a pizza in his time. When this came out in America, people of a certain age in the United States or America were like, what? But Ringo Starr was the face of Pizza Hut's 1995 stuffed crust campaign. That's right. Ringo Starr advertises things that he personally despises.
Wow.
Yeah. And in the ad, right, I looked into it. In the ad, Ringo's there in a Pizza Hut. As you might imagine. I was wandering through the city centre of Swansea, and I wanted something to eat, but I didn't trust the local food. I thought, this is a standard setup. It'll be as good here as it is in Swindon. Right? Anyway, he's in there, in the ad, and the whole joke of the ad is that he's going to get the Beatles back together.
Wow.
Right? And even in 95, you go, not all of them. You know? Okay. Like some
Julian, would you like to step in?
Oh, poor Jules. Anyway, so he's got the pizza there, right? They're going to put the Beatles back together, put the band back together. And who comes and sits down at the table with them? But the Monkees.
Oh!
Yeah. To which he then turns to somebody off camera going, these are the wrong guys. But nevertheless, him and the Monkees all happily eat a pizza together, with each one of them biting into the stuffed crust. But now, in hindsight, people have gone, oh my God, Ringo didn't actually bite into the pizza.
Wow.
It was the Monkees who ate the pizza.
Can you, like, I feel bad because people say he's a bit thick. But if you fucked up your Beatles money to a point where you were making a Pizza commercial, and not like this is 95. This ain't 50 years later. You've not made a couple bad moves.
Yeah.
He either just wasn't on a very good deal, or he really. He made some mistakes.
Well, you know, if you haven't got any access to cheap food like pizzas, and you keep having to splash out on filet mignon every day, it runs up, Glenn. Yeah. It really runs up.
Ironically, you will be doing a pizza ad. Terrible time to find out you really did like pizza. I could have saved a lot of money on chefs. This is wonderful.
No, Glenn, sadly, I sat there in that chair, despising myself under my breath. You are living a lie, Ringo. As I said to myself, referring to myself, using my fake name. Oh, well. Well, there you go. Ringo Starr doesn't eat pizza.
No.
We've learnt a lot this evening.
And he's not very good with money.
Or he's as good as any 1960s drummer was good at money. At least he stayed off the gear.
Yeah.
Relatively.
I'm sure he had a bit.
Oh, I gave it a go.
Yeah.
But once I realised that it would... Fuck, I'm talking about burnt. I'm done. I've run out of shit. Well,
he's got too much jangly jewelry to have never taken coke.
Oh, cocaine, come on. He ended up voicing a train, goddammit.
Does he have any memory of that? Because that might tell us just how much the lifestyle has broken this apart.
I thought it was Thomas the Skank Engine.
Don't get on that train.
Nobody gets on the train.
Don't let that train anywhere near your ass.
That just rides the rails. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us on this week's
Eejits of the
World. And wow, what a selection of crazy bastards we had for you this week. If you enjoyed the show, please like and subscribe. Review us on whatever your podcast platform is.
Reach out from your
The grave. Reach out from the grave. Yes. Deploy your Ouija boards. Like and subscribe. We're on all your
contact.
Yeah, make contact through the social medias. We're on all of them. Take a look at our clips, like and subscribe. All the algorithm loves all that.
Yeah.
And that's how you grow these damn things, these
You
podcasts.
want to see our faces, watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, we're also on YouTube. Yeah, we're all over it. And we'll be over it even more so. We are presently renovating our YouTube presence.
Oh.
Yeah. It is a Pod People production.